Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Drivers Show for Friday, November 15th, 2019. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we're going to be discussing eBay Concierge giving out wrong information. We're going to discuss offers to watches and some interesting things that I found out about it. We're going to talk about an attempted cancellation that I think you guys will enjoy, and some other eBay comments, and if I have time, a little bit about Amazon. Guys, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Joe DeMarco. I've been selling on eBay for 20 years, and every Friday night I come out here and I put out a video to try and help you guys continue to be successful on eBay. Let's get started, as we always do, by reading your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video. I would like to point out that right now it is 23 degrees out. It has been record-setting cold this week. It's just unbelievable. St. Paul MN Seller wrote, Joe, when you were talking about the cancellation, contacting Concierge and PayPal keeping the $3 fee from your sale, you used a new verb, fitchery, which I do not remember hearing you use before, but was very apropos. Never even thought about PayPal charging their fees on the sales tax portion of my recent purchase. Not good. Also got the message your eBay Seller Protections monthly summary, but mine was accurate. As far as PayPal keeping their fee on the sales tax portion, it really doesn't add up to much. But what really bothers me is them keeping their fees on cancellations. And those fees can really add up. Wooden Stuff with Steve French wrote, another great video, good sir. A few nuggets of great news, too. I love that managed payments is going to soon include GSP. I certainly won't switch over without it. And the ease of getting the $6 credit if a buyer abuses the INAD. But I really love that eBay is listening to good old Joe and even using your material for training purposes. That's the kind of influence you should have. You're a straight shooter and eBay needs to listen to what you have to say. Keep on rocking. Deborah Kubler wrote, Hi Joe, in regards to your having to cancel and not being able to relist for free, I too have a store and always go over my free listing allotment. I tested it out to see if my items get relisted when I have to cancel for a buyer, and they've been getting relisted for free, even if you've gone over the allotment as I do. I don't understand why eBay doesn't fix that glitch, since it's the buyer's fault, or the issue that they canceled, not yours. So it always should be listed for free. Hope they fix that issue. Paying even a 10-cent fee to relist, along with PayPal's fee not being refunded, definitely adds up, and it's not at all right, considering the buyer requested the cancellation. You are the best. Your shows are straightforward, to the point, and always informative. Thank you. RMCP wrote, I am well below my maximum free listings, and most of the time my relist for free does not work. Skinny Cow wrote in with probably the funniest comment of the week. I had a cancellation request this week on a $50 item with $7.50 shipping. About 20 minutes after the sale, I got the eBay message to cancel the sale. I clicked the decline option and printed the label. About 45 minutes later, the buyer messaged, quote, no cancel, unquote. Obviously, this guy thought he was sending a telegram and wanted to minimize on the keystrokes. So I replied, quote, already shipped, unquote. In keeping with this word minimization theory. Didn't hear back, and that was 5 days ago. Interesting to see how this pans out. Rubber Wilbur replied to his comment and said this, do you offer free returns? I do too get that seller discount, so that is a dilemma for me as to whether I would cancel an order, in your example, if I hadn't shipped it out yet, because it would scare me that if they wanted to cancel, they will just send it back to me at my expense. And if you don't offer free returns, they may fraudulently say something is wrong with the item, so they still get to ship it back at your expense. Rubber Wilbur brings up an interesting point there, because yes, for you guys who offer free shipping, and I don't suggest you do, you would lose that shipping money if he sends the item back. The original shipping would be lost to you. Now, if you don't offer free shipping, and I don't, it's true, if the buyer was fitchy, he could place a false snag claim. Before we go on with any more comments, questions, and concerns, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me this week regarding a cancellation. I think you'll enjoy it. First of all, the item in question was this. This is a steel wheel, and these are heavy, okay? Now, I had a quantity listing for steel wheels for a Toyota. You could buy one, you could buy two, you could buy three. Now, most people will only buy one because steel wheels are very strong. They don't bend easily like the alloy wheels do. Every time you hit something, an alloy wheel breaks. They're terrible. But anyway, it had been a listing that was running for a long time. The price was $35 per wheel plus shipping. And as you know, some time ago, UPS raised their rates. I adjusted most of my listings, but there's a few that never did get adjusted, and sadly, this was one of them. Now, you may remember in last week's video and the week prior, I was telling you guys how Sundays have been unbelievably slow for me because of the football games. So this Sunday, I expected it to be very slow. In fact, the two worst teams were playing this Sunday. The Jets versus the Giants, two teams I despise. Now you would think that because they're the home teams, I would root for them, but I never ever root for them. I'm not even going to talk sports today, but I'm just leading up to something here. So anyway, as it happens, I was out all day Sunday with some friends on a shindig. You may have noticed the video I put up the other night regarding the New York City exploration of High Bridge. So anyway, that's where I was on Sunday. So I didn't expect it to be very busy, but wouldn't you know it, my phone was ka-chinging all day. So one of the sales that went through were these Toyota Camry steel wheels, and I was shocked that somebody in Oklahoma would buy 3 of them. Now these things are going to be really heavy to ship, okay? That was on Sunday. I got home Sunday night and I was really tired, and I didn't do any shipping because Monday was a holiday and there would be no USPS service on Monday due to the holiday. Normally I do my shipping right away. I print my labels, box things up, and get them out. So Monday comes along. It's now 24 hours since this guy made the purchase. And I said to myself, you know what? Maybe I'll ship these 3 wheels through UPS instead of the post office because they're really heavy. So I boxed them up. Each wheel weighed 22 pounds. I had only charged the guy $75 shipping, and the cheapest rate I could get to Oklahoma was $102. Now whose fault is that? That's my fault, because I didn't update the price when I should have for the shipping increase. But be that as it may, no big deal. I have no complaint that I lost money on the shipping because it was my doing. So I shipped them out on Monday, which was the holiday, and I entered the tracking number, the UPS tracking number. Everything's fine. Tuesday afternoon, it has now been 48 hours since the guy made the purchase. He actually called me at work, and he says, you know, we purchased some wheels from you, and we really didn't intend to purchase them. We want to cancel the transaction. I was absolutely shocked that after all the extra trouble I went through to ship those wheels in a timely manner and pay extra money out of my pocket, he would have the audacity, A, to want to cancel 48 hours later, and B, to call me directly. I don't even know how he got my number. I honestly don't. I said to him, that ain't happening. I said, you purchased them on Sunday. Not only am I not canceling, they shipped out yesterday. And he said to me, yes, I know they did. I saw the tracking number, but it was worth a shot. So that was that. He hung up and he went his way. So we'll see what happens, if anything. But I thought that was... He's trying to tell me that he put in a cancellation request immediately after the purchase, but that's impossible because I would have gotten it. And as I said, I didn't ship to the very next day, 24 hours later. You know, this business with the cancellations is just over the top. I didn't put him in the cancellation corner because he didn't actually cancel, he attempted to cancel. But if anything comes of it, he'll be in next week's cancellation corner. Let's get back to your comments, questions, and concerns. Donna Herlinger wrote, Joe, I'm relatively new to being an eBay seller. I sold years ago, but just got back into it. I was disorganized and could not find a few of my items when it came to shipping, so I had to cancel with buyers. I refunded them, but did not realize my selling status is now compromised. How do I reprieve myself so I can be top-rated seller? Donna, you committed a cardinal violation by canceling a sale. That is something buyers hate and eBay hates. Because once you cancel a sale, the buyer gets pissed off and he tends to go elsewhere. And let me tell you something, that is very true. It happened to me years ago with Macari, where someone canceled a sale on me and I never ever went back. So I urge you and all sellers, please never cancel a sale. If you do happen to lose the item or have a stock out for some reason, please try and find it from another seller on eBay or try and find it elsewhere if it's possible, even if you lose money on the deal, because right is right and you have to make the buyer happy. Right now you're in a bad position because I'm sure your account is probably limited, but all I can say is do it slow and steady. Keep everything organized and avoid stockouts at all costs. Barry D wrote, Joe, could you not go back to the original listing and add a quantity of 1? Barry, do you mean you right now have a quantity listing and you want to add 1 more item? Or you want to subtract some items and change the quantity of quantity to 1? Because you can definitely edit your current listings if that's what you're asking. Dennis Copper wrote, Joe, I don't think anyone has told this eBay story before. It is shocking. I sold a hair beret on eBay. The buyer opened up a snag case claiming the item broke and she cut her finger on it. I called eBay and told them since she cut her finger, blood appears to be involved here and the item can't be shipped with blood. eBay rep told me it can be shipped in the mail with blood. I told the rep, don't do anything. I called back later that day and got another rep that said since the item is broken, it can't be shipped back since it's not in the same condition it was shipped in. They closed the case in my favor. Can you believe the first rep wanted me to ship a bloody item back? That is crazy. Dennis Copper also wrote a follow-up comment to that. I could not believe she said that. USPS will not allow you to send blood through the mail. Can you imagine the danger in doing that? Joe should speak about this on next Friday's video. In all my years on eBay, I have never heard such a thing. Since this is a new one, we should get the word out. It's not only dangerous, but criminal. Why would eBay allow someone to send such a thing? I'm glad I called back and got another rep. Although he didn't talk about the blood and put a stop right there, he found another way since she broke the item. Dennis Copper and everybody else, this is a very important topic. Not just the blood per se, but the faulty information. I have had people over the years tell me they called either eBay customer service or concierge and got bad information. I have seen this on some of the Facebook groups as well. As much as it pains me to say this, I had an experience this week myself with bad information from eBay Concierge, and I'm going to relate it to you now because I think it's important. I had a buyer open a case of item not received. Now, I knew I uploaded the tracking number, of course, so I checked the tracking and it showed attempted delivery. It showed the post office attempted to deliver the item, but there was something wrong with the person's address and they were going to ship the item back to me, meaning the post office. Now, I know that all buyers are responsible for having a good, solid address, and that by me shipping the item and the post office attempting delivery, I'm covered. So I thought it would be a slam dunk case. I called Concierge and I got a nice lady on the phone, explained it to her, she looked at everything and said, yes, I see no problem here whatsoever. However, I have to now involve a colleague of mine who takes care of the item not received cases. I have noticed with Concierge repeatedly, when I call up with a case like this, they always pass me off to another person in that department. I'm not sure what the deal is or why it is, but it's been happening. But anyway, hey, as long as it gets resolved, I don't care. So a guy gets on the phone and I explain the situation to him. And he says to me, well, the best thing for you to do right now is to refund his money in full. And I said, excuse me? He said, you should refund his money right now, this very moment, while you're talking to me on the phone. Then I can close out the case in your favor. I said, why would I want to refund the money now? I don't have the item back yet. That's not the way it works. I said, I've been selling on eBay for 20 years and I've gone through many of these cases. I know that I have done my part as a seller and that the buyer is responsible to have a valid address on file. And he said to me, well, yeah, that's true. But if we go that route and I close the case out now, you may lose protections. I said, what do you mean? I said, I've never heard this before in my life. I said, there is no way that I'm going to give him his money back right now on the phone without having the item back. I'm going to let this play out, I said. I'm going to wait until I get the item back, and when that day comes, I'll be happy to give him his money back. I was appalled that an eBay Concierge employee would give me information like that. I'm still bummed out about it. Guess what? The best part is, somehow, a couple of days later, the post office was able to reroute the shipment directly to the customer's house, and it got to him. So eBay then sent me an automated message saying, we have just learned that the buyer has received the item. We have sent him a cancellation form, meaning he's going to cancel the item not received case. If the buyer does not cancel within 24 hours, we will step in and automatically cancel the case and close it in your favor. Which 24 hours later, they did. eBay closed the case in my favor, the buyer got his item, everybody's happy. What would have happened if I had listened to that concierge rep? The buyer would have his money back and he would have the item as well. And that's wrong. And it goes to what Dennis Copper said in this comment. There are some customer service agents and concierge agents that are not properly trained, and I think it stinks. I'm a little pissed off right now. I'm a little pissed off, all right? Excuse me, because now I'm going to start yelling. I'm going to get into one of my moods now, all right? I've been selling on eBay for 20 years, all right? And I know how things go. And it just sickens me. It just sickens me. You know, the only possible thing that can help me and calm me down right now is a drink from the Fox News Cup of Life. So that's the route I'm going to take. This is the Fox News Cup of Life. Happy is he who drinks from it. Oh yeah, man, I really needed that. I really needed that to calm me down. Wow, that was a close one, man. So yeah, guys, that's my main topic for the week. I think everybody should be aware that unfortunately, now and then you're going to run into an untrained agent, whether it's eBay customer service overseas or even right here in the good old USA. Luckily, I use this. I use my brain, and everything worked out good. But please, comment on that topic especially, or any other eBay topics you want. I do have a couple of other items I want to cover before I let you go. Office to watches. I have been playing with this feature for a long time, many months. I've been sending out a lot of office to watches, and I get very few takers. But I have noticed one interesting thing, and I want to really impress this upon you. Let's say I have an item that's been listed for 3 months. It's $100 and $30 shipping. I'll send out an offer to, let's say, 4 watches. I've got 4 watches on the item, and I'll send out an offer for $75 plus the $30 shipping. It's not unusual for me to sell that item within 24 hours. Ka-ching! But not to any of those watches, to a ham and egger who just swoops in and all of a sudden buys the item for the full asking price. My point is that I think when you send an offer to watches, it somehow stimulates the item in search, and therefore serious buyers will swoop in and possibly buy it a lot quicker. Because like I've said before, people that are watching an eBay Motors are usually not serious buyers. That is my honest feeling. I do have a few little Amazon tidbits I'm going to throw out. I don't usually talk about Amazon, but some things went down this week that I thought were interesting. When I went to ship the Toyota Camry steel wheels the other day, I was in the UPS store. That was on Monday, the holiday. So I walked in, I was the only customer there. So I put the wheels on the counter, and he's tabulating them, doing his thing. And people start coming in behind me because I can hear the bell on the door. Clang, clang. So as I was almost done, I turned around and there were 6 people lined up behind me. All 6 of them were holding Amazon packages they were returning. I swear to God, I'm not lying. All 6 people were returning Amazon items. I mean, they must be selling some junk on that site. Number 2, Amazon related. I was driving on Route 80 the other day, and over on the right, there was a semi-trailer broken down with those orange triangles behind it that they line out. And it was an Amazon Prime delivery. That is not going to get there very quickly. I'm sorry, I can't. Stop. And number 3, Amazon related. Amazon was in the news adversely again this week. They had a seller that was marketing little girls' clothes, like little girls 4, 5, 6, 7. And one of the t-shirts they were selling had the words on it, "Daddy's Little Slut." I swear to God, this is all over the Facebook groups. And they also had some t-shirts that were racially offensive in nature. Unbelievable, some of the filth and disgusting stuff you'll see pop up on Amazon. But yeah, guys, that's all I have to discuss today. I'm sure you probably know this, but I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Each week I come out here and I make these videos to try and help you stay successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please give me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up next week, and I'll be glad to do it. Remember, I'm a seller friend, not a seller critic or skeptic of any kind. I've solved a lot of problems and I'm still making money online. I've never worn a mask. I never will. I'm not bloated. And I thank you guys for watching this video. Hey, I'm a CEO and a CFO of my own company. That being said, go out there, make a ton of sales, rock on, and peace. And oh yeah, sales. Sales were very strong this week. Every day was good. Even the holiday I made money. I loved this week sales-wise. As far as returns, 1 for an alloy wheel center cap. No cancellations except for that attempted cancellation 48 hours later. But I swear, I wish eBay would actually make it clear to buyers you can't cancel after a certain amount of time, because it's just crazy. I think it's only going to get worse, guys, so protect yourselves. Last thing I got to tell you is something you probably all know, but I'm going to keep saying it and saying it and saying it. Don't be fitchy! Don't engage in fitchery of any kind. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed my other videos that I put out earlier this week. We're getting into the season for my exploration videos, so those of you guys who like them will be happy. I'll be putting out more. You can see it's another cloudy day. We don't get any sunny days here. Thanks. I'm out of here.